Hi guys, welcome to production vlog number 2 of Yllista Blood Rose of Osyra. So, some housekeeping. It has been about a month since the last update. Yeah, I realize that Biuliquia as a schedule is a bit overly ambitious. So, from now on, I'll likely just do a monthly schedule instead, so sorry about that. Anyways, recapping from last update, what I originally planned to do was to draw the schematics for the Treasury Building, both interior and exterior, conceptualize the Architecture Sigil, and further develop the concept for the Treasury Guard. So let me show you what I got done. So I started with the schematic drawing for the Treasury Building. I actually ended up doing a day and night version since the scene will be shot during the night. I actually based this on an establishing shot from the original boards I did in July. Since the original shot was a bit loose, I just wanted to develop it a little further to facilitate the scene, as well as make it more grounded with the culture and the lore that I developed for it. Like the establishing shot, I placed the building on a staggered hill with the foliage area where Yllista was hiding in a higher elevation, and had the stairs run in between. The rest of the city is located in a valley below in the lower elevation. So the loose details from the board actually helped me understand where to fill the negative space in. So I had a bit more leeway with that. I wanted to push the visual fidelity on the building's architecture further, and I don't know if you guys can see it, but I had a lot of influence from Hagia Sophia, the mosque or church or historical building from Istanbul. After working on that, I started a new file called Architecture Ideation. The purpose of this was just to ideate different visual designs and motifs into hopefully a cohesive architectural design. Designs I referenced were Arabic pointed arches, the Japanese wood framing design and style, the reed-like buttress-esque motifs you get from Southeast Asian temples, as well as Nepalese architecture. I kind of wanted to evoke an arid meets East Asian feel. With that, I started incorporating more flower and wing motifs as key points. This was more based off of a lot of older lore that I developed for the world, calling Aseji the land of flowers. And at this point, I realized I probably should have done this before the schematics. But you live and you learn. It was actually also on this file that I started developing the Architecture and the Treasury Sigil. So for the Architecture Sigil, I kind of borrowed the idea from Japanese mon or kamon iconography and incorporated the flower motifs on top of that. For those of you that don't know, Japanese mon or kamon are basically the sigils, the family crest or the coat of arms for each Japanese feudal clan or family historically. Since I was going forward with the flower motifs for the family sigils and clan sigils, some of you may or may not have noticed. The blood rose, Osyra, was used as a sigil for clan Osyra. Anyways, I ended up choosing the bird of paradise, or the Strelitzia, as the design for the Architecture sigil. As of now, it's just a placeholder since there's really nothing to justify it. There's no symbolism. It can be changed down the line. For the Treasury Sigil, I wanted it to be a bit more like a sign or like a linguistic icon, just to like something that shows what it represents. So I ended up referencing Arabic and kanji calligraphic styles and kind of tried to incorporate the designs from that to create a fictional language of sorts. So I ended up trying to create fictitious radicals or characters or basically pictographs representing things like book or archive or scale or roof or building, hopefully putting it together in a way to make it look kind of like some kind of language. Honestly though, it's just gibberish. It basically doesn't mean anything. But on the off chance that I accidentally did write something and it does mean something, or if it means something worse, like something offensive, then I am sorry. That is not the point of why I did it. I can change it. I am sorry. But with that, I think I had enough design tools in the bag to be able to move forward in the art direction. So the next thing I did was go back to the Treasury Schematic. I ended up revising a close-up version of it and wanted to push the details further based on those ideation sketches. So I ended up revising the pillars, the archways, tried to break up the flat space, as well as added all the different ornamentations. With that, finally started detailing the inner chambers of the archive room. This was also based off of the original boards where Yllista is already in the actual building itself. Again, I just wanted to get a sense of scale to those backgrounds that I originally depicted from those boards. And I didn't bother to detail the other rooms because they're not gonna show up in the story anyways, so why waste the energy? Lastly, I started working on the Treasury Guard concept. This is also based off of the original boards. Starting to sense a theme over here. There's a good reason for this. That I will explain later in the video. Anyways, again, this is just to refine the design a little more and align it better to the existing design language that I've developed thus far. In this case, this one is a bit of a mixture between medieval Chinese guards and Ottoman janissaries. And I liked how it ended up. I'm not sure if it conveys the cultural design I want just quite, but for what it's worth, it works. What I did learn about it was that textile textures and patterns are very important for Middle Eastern and Asian clothing. I mean, Western clothing has patterns too, but I didn't realize how much it played a part in more Eastern style clothing in general. So, where does all this fit into the story? As I've said multiple times already, all of these have actually been shown previously on the preliminary storyboards. But the reason why I'm going back is because I'm actually not done with a scene yet from those storyboards. She's still in the actual building. She still has to do a couple of things and leave. There's a little bit more room to go off of. So I took this opportunity to pick it up from where it left off, refine it a bit, and move forward with that. So when I start blocking in the storyboards for this scene and further, I'll just use the newer designs and go forward with that. Which leads me to what I plan on doing for the next update. So, the main priority for the next update will be to block in the storyboards for the next scene. That'll probably be what takes up most of my time, but if I do have enough time, I plan on sketching out the schematic environments for the next two settings. But keep in mind that these boards will be rough, and they will be refined later down the line once I get further down the project. So I'll try to make it as appealing as possible for now, but look forward to the more refined boards down the line. But yeah, that's what I have so far for Production Vlog 2. Thanks to everyone who messaged me and commented and gave me feedback on the first production vlog. It did a lot better than I expected. But if you guys have any feedback on how to improve this project or even the production vlogs, I know it's early on in the project, but still, any bit of it would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, but if any of you guys have any questions about the world or the lore or the production, you know, minus the story, but yeah, feel free to ask. Yeah, I'd love to talk more about this world and get people excited about it. But yeah, until then, I will see you guys in the next update. Cheers.